Let's take a look at our top holes for the month, actually, because I haven't done hole inspector in a hot ass bingle. Am I the asshole for calling the police when the parents I babysit for were late? I, 16F, sometimes babysit on weekends. My mom's coworker needed a babysitter and she gave him my number. I agreed to babysit 3 kids from 2 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. because the parents had some party to get to. It went okay, but the parents didn't get back at 8:30. At 9, I tried calling him, but he didn't pick up. I texted a few times. At 9:30, I tried again, and again at 10 and 10:30. I tried calling my parents, but my dad was at a work dinner and my mom didn't pick up. I tried calling the parents of the kids again, but they still weren't picking up or responding. At 11:30ish, I called the police. So 3 hours, because I didn't know what else to do, and I was worried something might have happened to the parents too. They came, and around the same time the parents came back. The dad screamed at me, and he's still very upset. Edit, I called the police because I was worried about the parents not picking up such being late, and because I really had to get home. Not to involve CPS or anything like that. Edit number 2, since some people asked, I didn't call the emergency number. I'm not in the US, police isn't violent here, and I was paid up front, so not for the extra 3 hours. Yeah, no, not the asshole. Like, the amount of times this was upvoted, I thought this was going to be a little more provocative. Yeah, she's a kid and didn't know any better. And also, she wasn't paid for those 3 hours. They got 3 extra hours of labor for free. Not the asshole. It's 2013. They should know how to answer a cell phone. These have been so tame. These are the best posts of the month. Yeah, we could do this one. We could do this one. Yeah. Am I the asshole for ruining Christmas and being upset the only gifts I got from my family were joke gifts? How split is this? 91% not the asshole. All right. Some background. My family likes to play pranks with Christmas and birthday gifts. It's nothing new. I, F21, as well as my 5 siblings from 29 to 37 years old, have all been pranked on our birthdays and on Christmas, and usually it's 1 or 2 gifts. This Christmas, though, I was the only person to get all joke gifts. For example, I unwrapped a MacBook for my brother. When I opened it, it was just some chocolate, which I don't eat, so I gave it away. And the MacBook was actually given to my sister inside a bag she wanted. Another gift was what I thought was a book I put on my Christmas list, was actually just the book cover put on a dictionary. When I asked my mom about the book, she told me she gave it to my sister-in-law. This went on with each present my siblings or parents had given me. AirPods was just a charger adapter. Gift cards were all used and had $0 balances. A card with Monopoly money, and so on, totaling to about 12 joke gifts. I realized I went out of my way to get everyone something they wanted or they'd like. I didn't get anything. At this point, I was bummed, so I went to the living room to watch TV with my boyfriend. At dinner, they were all talking about how much they loved their gifts, and when my dad asked why I hadn't said anything about mine, I said there wasn't much to say. Everyone but my boyfriend laughed, and my mom said it was no big deal as everyone else also got some joke gifts. I told her every gift I got were joke gifts, and the ones they got was also followed by the real one. My dad told me I needed to relax as I'm making a big deal about it, and I'd have next Christmas to get the stuff on my list. What the fuck? You're making a big deal out of nothing. I know literally all of your other siblings got real gifts, and you're the only one that got junk and garbage, but you're making too much of a big deal about this. Not wanting to go back and forth, I told my boyfriend I wanted to leave and we can spend the rest of Christmas break with his family and then go home. My family got mad and told me not to go and to just stay because it wasn't serious. I left and put my phone on Do Not Disturb during the drive, and by the time I got to my BF's parents' house, I had several missed calls and texts from them calling me names like ungrateful, sensitive, and child. Ungrateful for Monopoly money? And used gift cards? What? They said I ruined Christmas and made my parents upset because I left. The next day, I exchanged and opened gifts with my boyfriend and his family, and one of the gifts I had gotten was the book I wanted. the book my mom pretended to gift me. I posted on my Instagram story not even 0 minutes after posting it. My sister sent a screenshot of my story to the family group chat and basically got mad at me for leaving and telling me I ruined Christmas over some presents. They told me I owe everyone, especially my parents, an apology because my mom spent New Year's sad because of my actions. We didn't think about the consequences of our own actions, and when we upset you by bullying you, it made us sad. So you owe us an apology. That's like textbook manipulator, narcissism, abuser bullshit. Now I just want an outside party to tell me if I'm the asshole here. Am I in the wrong for being upset about the gifts and for leaving? After reading their messages and sitting on this for a few days, I'm now feeling like maybe I was upset over nothing and need to apologize to them. Gonna edit as there have been a few misunderstandings. My Christmas list didn't include expensive gifts, nor was I upset I didn't receive expensive gifts. I was merely upset because of being pranked with everything I got and being the only person who didn't get a real present. That's all. Another thing I'll address is I don't do anything to my family which would warrant them doing this. The last big argument I had was with my sister, which was over a year and a half ago. Editing once more to add, I participated in joke gifts when I was a kid. I haven't participated in the last 10 plus years because I didn't enjoy it or find it funny, which they do know. Why is it so hard for parents to apologize to kids? There are people with feelings too. Right, literally. Just admit you're wrong. Just admit you're wrong and get it over with. All right, enough giveaways. Give me keywords. Give me keywords. Hot dog. Fuck me up. What? Oh. Am I the asshole for making my boyfriend eat fast food for a week? My boyfriend grew up in a house that valued outdated gender norms. The women were always responsible for cooking and cleaning, so he didn't learn how to do any of that for most of his life. That is, until he moved in with me after college. He's been good about a few things. He doesn't mind helping with dishes or handling the laundry, but the one thing I can't seem to get him to do is learn how to cook. The only thing he can do is microwave frozen meals. I've been trying to teach him the basics, but it seems like it goes through one ear and just comes right out the other. He still can't turn on the oven or use the stove without help. The toaster is too complicated for him, he claims. The toaster? I don't fucking think so. Grow up. Grow up. Doesn't know how to boil eggs, cook rice, or even how to measure out ingredients using cups. I just don't understand why he can't grasp this, but it's fine with other things. Here's the part where I may be an asshole. I went on a trip 2 weeks ago for work. I'm in charge of buying groceries. We have separate accounts. And I realized how expensive his frozen meals actually are, $3 to $4 each. I said screw it and bought the easiest ingredients I could find for a lot cheaper for him to cook on his own. He doesn't like leftovers, so me cooking ahead for him was out. Before I left, I sat him down once again and gave him a very long lesson on using the oven, toaster, and stove, as well as how to boil/scramble eggs, toast a piece of toast, boil rice/noodles, and heat up pasta sauce. I also taught him how to pan fry things like onions and other veggies, and how to tell when they are ready. In case he didn't want to cook both lunch and dinner, I also bought things to make salads and fixings for sandwiches. I come back a week later and he is angry. He claims I practically left him to starve and how I know he has trouble cooking. I retaliate, saying I showed him what to do. I get a whole range of excuses. Setting the oven/stove temp is too complicated. He cut his finger chopping onions and couldn't chop any until his cut healed. He only likes the salad kits, so everything is balanced. Apparently, he only ate sandwiches, canned goods, and fast food for a week. He thinks I'm a major asshole for not telling him I'm not buying his frozen meals and leaving him alone to fend for himself. On one hand, I do think it was shitty for me to not tell him I didn't buy his meals. And as someone who grew up in a home pretty much only boiled hot dogs and veggies, and only properly learned how to cook after moving, I do feel for him, but at the same time, after a few months of not getting the simplest concepts, I'm left feeling partially justified in my actions. So Reddit, am I the asshole? No! Top comment is, info, why you with some guy who can't manage to use a toaster? He still could have gone out and bought the frozen meals himself. Yeah, literally a fucking man-child. Absolutely a man-child. All right, next keyword. Bridget! Bridget! What's our keyword? Pants. This is funny. New Dickie live. Am I the asshole for making a punny wall of shame for people who stole from my mom's garden? My mom is really into gardening, and sometimes people have come by and stole potted plants, yard statues, and even dug whole plant bulbs with plants out of the ground, or cut all the roses off her bushes because they were too cheap to buy from the florist, I guessed. Anyway, my dash cam of my car, which I park in the driveway near the garden bed, caught most all of them close up, and as a way to help my mom not have her plants stolen, I printed all their pictures out and made a poster that said, "Oh, hey there, don't be a daffy dill and steal, or else you might end up doing hard time. We hope this'll be a lesson to you." And I put pictures of everyone stealing from the garden around the border. Also gave each person a funny fake name: Mr. Potato Head, Dilettante, Pothead, Prick, Sucker, I Peony My Pants, Frondless, Dirtbag, Infertile, and Root Boy. I thought it was funny and cutesy, like how can you be offended with dumb plant puns? My mom thought it was hilarious and wanted me to hang it up because she was sick of seeing stuff stolen. But I got a couple complaints. One neighbor said I needed to take it down because I had a picture of his son, a minor, who did something dumb, yes, but was trying to bring his sick girlfriend flowers. Shut the fuck up! Parent your kid better, you prick! And this was a disproportionate and rude to publicly shame him. I told him that it wasn't a big deal, and he told me that I was being petty. I called his kid a little birch, which pissed him off, and honestly, might have been petty. Another guy came to the house and returned a cutting his wife apparently took to propagate, thinking it would be no big deal. But yeah, it damaged the plant she cut like a quarter off. He asked if he'd take down the sign because she was on the board of directors or something from the town or whatever. My mom had answered the door and told him to make like a bee and buzz off. Anyway, I guess they both know each other, and now both these families are annoyed. Am I the asshole for making a petty sign about people stealing from my mom's garden, hoping to get them to stop? No, and actually it's very funny. It's very good. Because I could see it going either way.
Right.
I didn't like that. Why did that sound happen literally the second I broke through Deep Slate Layer? Is there a fucking city down here? There better fucking not be.